Hey guys, it is Jake, 64 Luxury, Lo-Fi, whatever you wish to call me. Today's video, we're going to be going over your first job. So when I mean going over your first job, what I recommend with, 7 years of working experience now, what I'm going to recommend you pick as your first job. A lot of people will tell you work at a grocery store. Well, Kroger is notoriously bad for hiring people. They are awful at hiring people. Like, I'm not even joking. I've worked for Kroger. I had to bug them like I think 8 times before they actually considered my application. I went in for an interview and then it took them 3 weeks to get back to me before I actually got the job. So I do not recommend Kroger as your first job or any kind of grocery store, anything like that. Now, there are two options, two variables to take into account here: get money fast, hard labor, or entry level, barista, fast food service as your first job. These are the two paths you could take. You can take blue collar, or you can go fast food. Now, blue collar leads nowhere, and fast food can potentially lead somewhere if you spend so many years with the company. Now, here's the thing. If I could reverse time and go back to when I was first a kid, I would 100% pick blue collar, because I currently work blue collar, and yeah, it's hard work, but it's worth it. Because the paychecks, I think in 3 weeks they upgraded my pay to 20 an hour plus commissions for every UV light I sell at my job, and paychecks are pretty consistent and they're pretty solid. Between the two routes, I'm obviously biased towards blue collar, because looking back, I wish I would have done that first off, like work construction or something, something like that, be a project manager or something like that. But yeah, definitely would recommend blue collar work as your first job if you're willing to get knee deep in the shit. Like, you are willing to every day deal with hand tools, automated tools, or work for a fab, for example. That's still blue collar work, somewhere that pays good and it's hard labor. But you have to know what you're getting into. So I work for Stanley Steamer, and it's been pretty good. Worst part about the job is hauling hoses. We basically clean duct systems for HVAC, for new builds, for residential, stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically what I do. I highly recommend, if you're going the other route, like barista, fast food service, look for a job that has a higher wage rather than hours. And again, with hold on, I have to repeat the song. With these jobs, these entry level jobs, hours are not guaranteed unless you go blue collar. It's guaranteed hours. But if you're going for the fast food route or the food service route, barista, whatever, server, hours are not guaranteed. Like, you are only guaranteed a certain amount of hours, and it's a constant, revolving door of people entering and exiting the company. And that's why some months, oh yeah, I get 40 hours a week, and then the next month you get 20 hours a week. It's ridiculous because they overhire, underhire, overhire, underhire. It's a constant cycle of this. Like, every 2 months, they overhire, and then they underhire for 2 months, overhire for 2 months, underhire for 2 months. So your hours are not consistent. Blue collar, what I've noticed is your hours are very consistent, pay is consistent. I make commissions personally, and I have an hourly rate. So I recommend going with that route. But if you're not willing to do the hard work, work for a company that guarantees you hours. So like McDonald's, they are always hiring and they always guarantee hours. That is today's video. Have a great rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon. Love yourself. Take care. Zai Jin. Bye.